Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Singapore Sevens. This one, an entertaining contest between none other than Samoa and Spain. Now, these two sides, I believe, cannot qualify for the quarterfinals, but they can certainly put in a good shift here, build momentum, heading towards their ninth place semi. In the starting lineup for the Fijians, for the Samoans, it is Sipolona Fiao, Yunasioni, Vavasa Afasua, Tuna Tuitama, Pesi Lelua, Steve Onisai, and Daniel Patalasio. Then for the Spanish, it is going to be Valencias, Moreno, Polpla, Joseph Ceres, Laforga, and Juan Martinez alongside the man Francisco, one of their backs. But they are just about to kick off. I had to read that extremely quickly as this game is underway. The last one ran a little bit deeper, which is why this contest is a couple minutes late as well. But it is going to be an early penalty going the way of the Samoans here. I believe that is against Moreno. No, in fact, it is won by the Spanish. Trying to contest for the ball was Samoa, and they've ended up pulling a man off the ball. The pole plan now has the opportunity to take this quick tap. Going off to the left-hand side here for the Spanish. They had a decent game in their first showing of the competition. Great fan there from Sainz Trapanga. In fact, that's going to be the early try to the Spanish. 40 seconds in, and already they have been able to score themselves the try. That is impressive, and it is going to be that man Francisco that I mentioned out on the wing. Satis 21, Reds 21. Yeah, it is extremely close in that contest for Super Rugby High Island. Hamish says Robert and Samoa should honestly romp this match. But I did say that for the Fiji Island game, says Andrew Watson. I'm cheering for my team, Manu Samoa, says Sua there. Spain getting the conversion over as well, so that will now make the score 7-0 in favour of the Spanish. They'll be more than happy with the way that that game has started. Speaking of games and the way that they've started, the Reds versus Crusaders game last 20 minutes is going to be a pretty intense one. We'll keep you updated throughout it. The Reds currently do have themselves a penalty. But on the halfway line, a little bit of an awkward bouncing ball. Samoa conceding the possession, and it is back in the hands of the Spanish. They're looking to get this ball back. Became a rolling maul, and then the turnover is there for the Samoans. They move up to 22 metres out. Steve Unisai fires it back across to the right-hand side. Another step from Vavasa Afasua moves up to the 22. Samoa find themselves down by 7 already. They need to get that try to fire back into this contest. Going to the left-hand side again. There's going to be a new advantage for a high tackle. Nice stepping in the midfield. Of course, someone that they do not have for this is Nayueli Letufia. Also another player missing, BJ Lima. No Va'a Pilomaliko. No Milani Mataval. There's a lot of guys that they don't have in the squad at the moment, either due to injury or other commitments with other sides around the world. But Samoa 10 metres out from the line at the moment. Yunasioni looking both ways. Decides that he wants to go off to the right. Wrestled down again. Some good defensive work here from the Spanish. Now off to the left-hand side. Gap opening up. Through goes Tuna Tuitamu. He gets the offload away. And Des Sipolona Fiao is the first try scorer of the match. In fact, it's Daniel Patalasio out on the other wing, who has been rewarded with the try. So they now get themselves back to 7-7, possibly, if this kick goes over. If not, it will be 7-5. Still going to be a relatively tricky kick, that is for sure. But Patalasio does get that ball down. Chance to line this kick up from the touchline. He's got a decent strike of it. Harry Wilson has just scored for the Reds. So they have taken the lead in the contest after a charge down off the Havili kick. Is how Wilson scored himself the try. No after game cover for that Fijian player in the last game, says Naz Williams. Yeah, for someone who's got a gold medal under his belt, he played like he had never played a game of sevens before in that one. Ioane Tiba, unfortunately. And go Samoa, says Naz Williams. It's going to be kicked off. Tuna Tuitama looking to slap that ball back, but it's beautifully picked up by Laforga. Gets his offload away on the halfway line now for the Spanish. Moreno Just looking to put a few phases together here. Spain look for that next gap in the Samoan defence. Nice bursting run down the wing. Can you do the Crusaders game? We've already done the first half of that contest straight through. And it's another try. This time, I believe it's Moreno. Oh, it's Valencias who does get the try there. But yeah, we did the first half. We were initially going to have someone filling in for us on the second half of that game, but sadly, changes in the plans meant that I was pretty much left high and dry for it, so we had to try and do both of these games at the same time, which has been quite stressful. To be fair, go Samoa says Nas Williams, but Valencias manages to score it. Will you do it when this one finished? This one after this game is France versus South Africa. So yeah, we will only get to do the first half, but currently the way that it sits, it is 28 points to 21 in favour of the Reds. So Crusaders down by 7 at the moment. 2 minutes remaining in this contest, and Spain have taken a 14 points to 5 lead here over the Samoans. Okay, all good. Says Turpentine, but yeah, we had it all planned out that I was going to be able to have someone on, and then it just completely changed. So yeah, I just couldn't really find a replacement at that stage to be able to do it as well. Our Reds are back in front. Says pads ablaze. Now going off to the left-hand side. Nicely sitting up for Laforga, who does the double fend and now looks to find that next pass, although for now he's just running straight sideways. Laforga close to the touchline. He's going to be dragged down by Paul Eddie Slater. Now off to the left. Paul Pla, little pass in behind. Good tackle made again. Spain throughout this game, they've been doing extremely well with keeping the ball alive. That is one of the first errors we've seen though. Fortunately wasn't able to hang on to it. The earlier try scorer Francisco. Reds have given away a fair few penalties, 12-6. Yet I don't think they've gone to the bin yet, have they? The Reds in that game for their 12 penalties. And thank you for the commentary, says Frederick. No worries at all. We have got another game just around the corner, which is South Africa versus the French. We are also going to have some of the quarterfinals of the Sevens taking place on the channel as well. 45 seconds remaining in this first half. It is going to be a Samoan scrum feed. Oh, they're checking something on the TMO against Samoa here. I think this is for a high shot. I didn't think it was that bad in real time, to be honest, but maybe something in this replay tells us otherwise. Make it 13. Says pads ablaze. Oh, yeah, okay. There was a little bit of a duck there from Laforga. It's going to be a yellow card, though, for the Samoan player. So they will be playing now with less men on the field. It's actually Leilua who is going to be making his way from the field. I'll make it 13, says pads ablaze. Our Reds really wanted the Satyrs to be in this game till full time. Says it pads ablaze there as well. But now Leilua making his way from the field. George Bell sitting 5 metres out from the try line. Were the Reds, or sorry, were the Crusaders before they gave away the penalty, but now Spain. They are sitting about 40 metres out. And a great opportunity for them to be able to attack again. To be honest, like they're in the prime position to just get a nice little set play going. Couple passes, and then someone will go straight through. And tell you what, there it is. Juan Martinez offload to Josep Ceres, and they get themselves another one. Spain, if they keep scoring here, they would be in the possibility. If New Zealand lose to Australia, we could see Spain go through rather than New Zealand to the next stage. And Satyrs need bonus point win to make it into the top 8. That's not happening, though, unfortunately, for them. Like, they more than likely, if they do win, they'll win it. But if they win, they won't win it with a bonus point, I don't feel, because they'd have to get another 3 tries. In fact, another 4 tries, which does not seem doable in the last 15 minutes. Come on, Samoa says pads ablaze. But yeah, another try has come in. Looks like an injury there for Des Cipollone Fial. Hopefully nothing too serious for that man. Only 10 seconds remaining in the half. But Spain with a fantastic start to this contest. And Ireland, they will be very happy they received that bonus point now, because could have been the difference between them making it through and missing out to a Spanish side who are really increasing their points differential. But now, second half just around the corner. But first of all, of course, we will have one last kickoff. It's gone into touch, so Samoa do get themselves to tap on the halfway line. How's New Zealand men's doing so far? I know that the women's are doing very well. New Zealand men, they've won one of their games up against Canada in Golden Point, but then they did lose in their contest up against Argentina quite badly. They've got a game about an hour's time where they will be going head-to-head with the Australians in that game. Glad for Spain, though. They should be proud. They evolved heaps in the last few years for a minnow. And that's the thing, like next week, they are going to be in that same competition, or sorry, at the end of the month, they're in the same competition as Samoa, fighting for their spot out of the relegation zone. Now, that's going to be beautifully stolen by the Spanish. They're 21-5 up at the moment. They could kick this ball into touch to call a half-time, but it seems like they know that they need more points. Big shot coming in on Manu Moreno. Come on, the boys, better win. Says Spain Sevens now pass back across for the Spanish. Another step, inside ball, and that's going to be another penalty going the way of Spain at the moment. Seems like Samoa can't go 2 tackles without getting themselves penalised. Out to the left-hand side, running straight through. And that is going to be another try, this time for Saint Strapanga. And they are now at 28-5. At half-time, ladies and gentlemen. Half-time. 7 minutes gone. And Spain have already got themselves 4 converted tries, which is absolutely insane. But they're just playing such a good game of rugby at the moment. And I don't think anyone can deny how they've been going in this one. Right, we'll go like that. We will go like that as well. And that's it, done and dusted. Says Spider-Mick, I feel like the Reds can score a try. They can be dumped for the Crusaders, says Pads Ablaze. See that Tim Ryan has just scored another try for the Reds. Tim Ryan will get his second of the contest. And that might almost be it for the Crusaders and their game as well. Half-time in this contest, 28 points to 5. Doesn't get much better than that in terms of a half a rugby for the Spanish. Now, of course, they would have loved to not have conceded that one try that they did, but they'll still be very happy with how it has ended up going. Still plenty more streams later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, even though the voice very soon is going to start disappearing a little bit more. But we've still got the Challenge Cup. We've still got some quarterfinals that are taking place in the Sevens side of things. Also the Champions Cup at 4:30 a.m. New Zealand time. We are also going to be covering that one and a few 9th place games. I believe we will also be covering on the channel as well. The kick is missed in the game between the Reds and the Crusaders, so the score at the moment does sit 33 points to 21 in favour of the Reds. Oh, they're showing me burgers from Burger King, and now I kind of want a burger. Even though there's no Burger King anywhere near me, which would mean no burgers for me. But Leilua, I believe he will just be about maybe a few seconds away from making his way onto the field. If not, maybe he has already served his time in the bin. A 23-point lead at the moment for the Spanish. So the Drua can win the Satyrs. Could not make it because they do have 2 hard games still in the last 4 games. Says Pads Ablaze. Yeah, we'll make it a lot more challenging for the Crusaders to make it through to the next stage of the contest. And also, I mean, the Reds, they'll be very happy if they can pull off that win at Orange Theory Stadium as well. It's a pretty big one. Now, I have to kick this one off for the Samoans, going from left to right in this contest. Going to be kicked high, slapped back by the Samoans, but it is into the hands of Spain yet again. And I think that this game so far has been the perfect example of if you can't get your hands on the ball, you cannot score many points. Spain have had about 80% possession, and it's really showing throughout this game. But there's going to be another penalty going the way of the Spanish. I'm about to sneeze. We are good. But now Spain, they have plenty of time to be able to just decide exactly what they want to do here. I believe they are mainly focused on increasing their points differential. Now, interestingly enough, they are sitting with a points differential of minus 29, I believe, at the moment. So there's a long way to go before they get themselves in the position of having a chance of making it through to the next stage. Uber Burger. Is that Uber Burger? Sadly, we don't actually have Uber Eats where I live either. We're too small of a town. So, yeah, there's not a lot that I can get at the moment, sadly. Oh, they've got the... Right, they're going to do it to me again, I assume. There we go. We got a screenshot of who's playing who at the moment. So it would be France versus Great Britain, Australia versus Spain, because they have actually advanced enough here, but that is relying on whether or not Australia can beat New Zealand. Then USA versus Argentina and South Africa versus Ireland. They are all the matches that could be coming up for the quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. But that is, of course, subject to change. Another mistake. I think Paul Pla this time is the man who has put it down, and they are disappointed about it. Sounds like more subs are about to be made. The Reds are just about to get themselves another try. They might actually end up with a bonus point from that contest up against the Crusaders. It's a possibility. At the end of the day, anything can happen. But Paul Pla, 94 tries. That's a fantastic number. 6 away from getting himself up to the 100, which hopefully he can bring up before the end of his Sevens career. Now going to the left-hand side, Sioni. I mean, Samoa, if they got a chance in this contest, it's going to take quite a bit of effort, but maybe they can score 1 or 2 more tries here just to save face. Whilst they have Landers, so they lost that 2, then they are done. So here's a pads ablaze. Now nice attack and run from the Samoans. Oh. So the referee called maul, and I think Laforga was being told to let go of the ball when he was on the ground, and he's going, no, you called maul. And the referee then said, oops, my bad. Pretty much is the way I describe it. There's Severese. He's going to score the try for the Crusaders. There's still a late tail in that tape, ladies and gents. They've still got time to be able to fire back. It looks like it's going to be a great back and forth that we aren't going to get to cover, sadly. The worst thing is, this game is actually going to be long enough that we probably could have covered it. If that makes sense, because we would have been straight into South Africa versus the other team. It's France is who they are going to be playing. The Crusaders managing to score themselves yet again another try. Making the score 33 points to 26 with a kick to come. It's really weird to say that the Crusaders have a chance to not even make the top 8. So here's pads ablaze. Now the ball about to be fed in by Laforga and Spain. 4 minutes remaining in this contest. He's gone to the short side. And managed to stop him again. Big run from Sainz Trapanga, the big man. Now off to the right-hand side. Another pass. Oh, it's hit one of the Spanish players in the face, and they'll be at accidental offside. And again, the scrum chance for the Samoans. And like they've just said, lack of possession for Samoa has really been the difference maker in this game. And bias ref says Diane, like against Samoa, or just like in general, because like at the end of the day, I think that Samoa, like they just haven't played well enough in this game, unfortunately. And the fact that there's 23 points difference, I think, like it's been more than just a couple decisions that have stopped Samoa from playing well in this game, and it's disappointing to see because like they've gone from a side that last year made 6, or they were actually top of the table 6 times last year in their groups. This year they haven't topped a group once. Is there actually a chance for Samoa to recover? It's not looking good at the moment. Like 3.5 minutes remaining. They would have to score 4 tries. They've got themselves another penalty, which is at least good. Pol Pla's just thrown the ball away. That could have been a yellow card for them. Like I've just said, a day and a half of plenty of drama. Looking for that next offload for the Samoans. 3 minutes left on the clock now. Looks like the rolling maul is going to be stripped away by the Spanish. Some fantastic work being done there. And now 40 metres out from the line. Spain once again find themselves in possession. And another penalty goes against Samoa. 10 more points is what they are after here. It's going to be another scrum chance. Just for anyone wondering about that Crusaders versus Reds game, at the moment it is sitting with only the 5 points difference between the two sides. 28 for the Crusaders, 33 for the Reds. It's going to be an outstanding game. It goes right down to the wire. And we'll keep you informed about what is happening in it all the way to the end of that match as well. But 2.5 minutes remaining in this contest. It is one-sided. Samoa, they just want to try and, I guess, limit the damage in this match. But Spain, a chance in the quarterfinals, might keep their hopes and dreams alive. They need probably 2 more tries, I would say, just to feel a bit more confident. Okay, that was a bit bad from the ref. That was a clear knock on. But Spain are still going to have this ball in hand now. A Forga. Tackled. The ball is there. Going back across to the right-hand side with the skip pass to the Spanish. Oh, big shot coming in there. Now Pol Pla going back across to the left-hand side. Sainz Trapanga now. And closer to the touchline. Back across once more. One more. And again, but the ball is dropped. Ref says backwards again. I don't think he's got knock-ons in this game unless Samoa are the ones who are knocking the ball on. Hope the Reds can get a try in the last few minutes. Well, it's going to be a tricky one. The Crusaders at the moment have had a lot of the possession in the last little while. Spain taking another tap. Looking to fend it off to the left-hand side. Pass out wide. Sainz Trapanga will score it, and they've still got time for one more if they want it, Spain. But that is going to be definitely the victory. They're up to 33 points on the board now. Yeah, the Crusaders don't seem like they've quite given up in their contest as of yet. Of course, the next game that we are covering on the channel, ladies and gentlemen, will be the contest taking place between South Africa and France. That is going to be the last one of the Pool B and C. And then we've just got the match of Pool A between New Zealand and Australia that has taken place at 7:15. So be sure to also keep an eye out for that one. But 30 seconds gone, or 30 seconds remaining, I should say. 33 points to 5 in favour of the Spanish. As we currently sit, they are inside of the top 8. They've just said they are 5 away on their points differential, which could be an interesting one. Now another big carry. That is the full-time siren. I assume Spain know that they need one more try though. So they have to try and get it. And it's the grubber in behind. It sits up Sainz Trapanga with the hat trick. And he has been sensational off the bench in this contest. But that is going to be the points that they needed. With a conversion to come, are they now above Ireland? No, they are not. But they are now well and truly ahead of New Zealand. I think that now means that Argentina, if they... No, there's a few results that are still to come. But either way, I think that New Zealand have to win up against the Australians or else they will be in a lot of trouble, that is for sure. We will have to wait and see exactly. 40 points to 5 at the end of this contest. Great game for them. Spain played really well. Anyone else think the Sevens website looks like designed by a 10-year-old on crack? Yep. It's not great. Like the old one was a lot better, I feel, and it was a lot easier to negotiate or navigate around it as well. But for some reason, they decided to change it, and now it looks the way that it does. But the next game we are going to it straight away. France versus South Africa. We will see you all in a very, very